What up, what up, what up? Hey. I am extremely tired. But what is new? I am so tired. But as you can see from the title of today's video, I am here to do a reaction to one of my first booktube videos. And just looking at the books that I ended up reading in 2015. I have not watched this video. I just went through my old content and I was like, choose one, and the thumbnails were just atrocious. Just everything just was not good. Thank God for growth, because holy crap. Anyway, so I am here to react to my own content, which if you know anything about me, well, actually, I don't think a lot of people know this. I don't watch my videos after I edit them. It's just not a thing. I just can't. I don't like watching myself on playback. So the only time that I do that, of course, is when I'm editing, but I don't watch any of my videos all the way through. I may watch a couple of minutes, but then I don't do it. I don't do it. Because I think as a creator, or as anybody, like when you see yourself on camera, you're just more critical of yourself on camera than other people are. And it's the same way with content creation here in the booktube community. At least for me it is, where I am hypercritical of myself on camera, even if other people are not as critical of me, if that makes any sense. Anyway, so I have my headphones here. I'm going to be putting these on so that I can hear, and I'm nervous about this. I'm so nervous. But let's go ahead and jump in. Okay, so it's my year in books 2015. This was my introduction. Oh my god. Okay, here we go. All these videos are privated, by the way. If you can't tell, they're all privated for a reason. Okay, all right, I'm done. Let's watch. I kind of like the music.
Hey Booktubers, it's Ashley at Bookishrealm, and I am back in my filming place. If you can look behind me, you will automatically.
Okay, first of all, this was, was I transitioning yet? I wasn't transitioning yet with my hair. So it's always interesting seeing my hair like this, because I was still getting my hair relaxed at this time. Also understand, at the time of shooting this video, I probably would have just turned 24. So yeah, I would have definitely just turned 24. Oh my gosh, this is wild. I definitely was smaller back then. Aren't we all? Oh my goodness gracious, this already is a trip.
See that my bookshelves are a hot mess. Like, they're awful. And the reason why they're such a mess is because I'm about to show you my year in books. I'm going to show you every book that I have in my possession that I have read this year. I'm just gonna name the...
I'm digging those earrings though, sis. Like, I'm digging those earrings. Heaven knows where they went at this point, but I'm feeling those earrings. Those were cute. This was before I even had this tattoo, so that's how long ago this was. The only tattoo I had at that time was the tattoo that's on my wrist. So, oh gosh, I hate to see what I was reading in 2015, boo, because, oh geez.
Name of the book and the author, and I'm just gonna fly through it because I don't want to take.
I still talk with my hands so much.
96 or 97 books this year, so for me to go through a description of all those books would be entirely too long. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started. Cinder, Scarlet, both by Marissa Meyer.
I forgot that I had even read Scarlet. I thought I had only read Cinder. That's interesting. I definitely thought that I only read, okay, all right, so I've read Scarlet. I don't remember anything about it. If clearly I don't remember anything. That's interesting.
Sea of Monsters, The Titan's
This is my
Curse,
Rick Riordan
The Battle of
phase.
the Labyrinth, and The Last Olympian, all by Rick Riordan. Falling Kingdoms, Rebel Spring, Gather.
So this also must have been the year where I went through my Fallen Kingdom series. So clearly I read a good portion of the series in 2015. It is 2023. I still haven't finished that series. Yikes.
Gathering Darkness, Frozen Tides, and A Book of Spirits and Thieves by...
Wow, I read a lot of those books in
Romeo
2015.
and Juliet by Shakespeare.
One of my favorites. One of my favorite. I know this, so many problems with Romeo and Juliet, but one of my favorite classics of all time is Romeo and Juliet. I don't know. The hopeless part of my spirit always thinks like, oh, they're gonna live, and they never do. This also was a part where I was going through like a huge Cody Keplinger phase, which I want to see how many I read. So the first one up here is A Midsummer's Nightmare. That's interesting.
A Midsummer's Nightmare by Cody Keplinger. It's Kind of a Funny Story by Ned Vizzini. Throne of Glass by Sarah J. Maas.
Ciao. I did not know the first time I read Throne of Glass was in 2015. Y'all, I have not watched this video. This is a genuine reaction. Like, wow. Wow. Clearly I was not doing great with other means of reading a wide variety, but that's a whole different conversation.
Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone.
Yikes.
Harry Potter and the Chamber of
Yikes.
Secrets. Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban. Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire. Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix. Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince, all by J.K. Rowling. Easy by Tamara Weber.
Oh my god, what the fuck was I reading?
Beautiful Disaster.
This whole video is full of nothing but fucking problematic people. So there is so much. First of all, we're not gonna even talk about the section before this, but it's amazing, I think, how our reading tastes change and evolve, and how we change and evolve as a society. And so Jamie Maguire, just the movie adaptation of Beautiful Disaster, I think is supposed to come out this year. Jamie Maguire is a huge problem. I do not own any of these books anymore. Oh, by the way, I don't own any of these books anymore. But goodness gracious. Oh, yikes. Woo, 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 woo. Ciao. This is when, by the way, this is also the point when like new adult was a huge thing. So Jamie Maguire fit into that category of being new adult, which literally was, it felt like just reading YA with aged up characters and sexual tension. So that being said, it's interesting.
Walking Disaster and A Beautiful Wedding, all by Jamie Maguire. Hex by Michelle Chris. The Wrath in the Dawn by Renee Adier. City of Bones.
I literally, there are so many things that I can say about the past version of myself in this video. There's so many things that I want to say to the past version of myself. I did not know that the first time I also read City of Bones was in 2015. Like, that's interesting as well. Oh, goodness gracious. This is a lot to unpack for a 7-minute video.
City of Ashes, both by Cassandra Clare. Spelled by Betsy Schko.
Still love that series.
The Wicked Will Rise.
Still love that series as well.
By Danielle Page.
Danielle Page's series.
by Jennifer L. Armentrout. The School for Good and Evil.
I can't believe that I started reading the School for Good and Evil series in 2015, y'all. And it's another series I still have not finished. And it's good. I've read that first book twice at this point, though. But I am happy to see that I did include Danielle Page's books, but I finished her entire series. I really, really do like that series. It's a spin on, oh goodness gracious, on The Wizard of Oz. I don't know why I couldn't remember that. Same thing with Spelled by Betsy Schkow. However you say her last name, that's also, I went through a Wizard of Oz retelling phase, as you can see.
By Salman Shanani. Confessions of a Shopaholic by Sophie Kinsella. To
That's
All the
random.
Boys I Loved Before. And P.S. I Still Love You Both by Jenny Han.
I love those books when they first came out. Younger version of me loved those books. Older version of me, like right now in the current, recognizes that I am no longer the target audience for said books, but I loved those books when they first came out. Oh my gosh, I loved them so much.
The Lost Hero, The Son of Neptune, and The Mark of Athena, all by Rick.
So this must have been a Rick Riordan year as well, because dang, I did not know that I read that much Rick Riordan in 2015. I'm about to do it all over again because Marco Shiro and Rick Riordan's book for Nico comes out in May, and then Rick Riordan has his book for the Percy Jackson series coming out in September. Love to see it.
Rick Riordan. Dead Until Dark by Charlaine Harris. Outlander.
Horrible, by the way, just so you know. Horrible experience rereading the Sookie Stackhouse. I started to do that with Bree and Deidre, and I read the first book and I was like, this ain't finna happen. So I unhauled all those books. I did read Outlander, and when I read Outlander, I liked it, but I've had no interest since finishing that book in 2015. I've had no interest in reading it or continuing the series, to be honest with you. It's no urge for me to continue the series.
By Diana Gabaldon. Snowflower and the Secret Fan by Lisa.
Loved Snowflower and the Secret Fan. So freaking good. So good. I still have that book. It's still annotated. I need to reread it. It's such a great book.
Americana by Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie.
You know what? It's amazing to watch back and like see some of this stuff and be like, yo, like if we only knew then what we know now about a good portion of the people that I have mentioned in this video. It's amazing. This is fascinating. That's right, I was reading Agatha Christie as well.
Affair at Styles by Agatha Christie. Death Note, the Black Edition, and I'm not going to even try to say the names because I would butcher them.
I would like to point it out here. I was reading manga before it was fucking cool to read manga. I've been reading manga for years and years. Before it was cool to do it. So this is 2015, and yeah, I was reading manga then. I love that. I love to see that. Oh my gosh. I thought I didn't start reading manga until 2016. That's not true. Wow.
Still I Rise by Roland Laird with Tanisha Nash Laird. American Born Chinese by Jean Luen
Graphic
Yang.
novel love.
Miss Marvel Issue
Yes.
1 by Wilson, Alphona, and Herring.
Yes.
The Unbeatable Squirrel Girl #1 by North.
Yes. Yes, sis. Yes.
Holograms by Thompson, Campbell,
Yes,
and
sis.
Roboto, and this is #1.
Yes.
The Zodiac Star Force #1, and this is by.
I didn't know I was reading single issues back then. I don't remember this.
I tore her name up, I know. The Last Man Volume 1, The Last Man Volume 2 Cycles, both by Brian K. Vaughan.
So I literally just made a video on my comics channel talking about how I wanted to continue the Why the Last Man series because it had been years since I read it. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness gracious. That's wild. Oh my gosh. Wow.
Lumberjanes Volume 1.
Lumberjanes.
Holy by Stevenson Ellis Watters and Allen. Fables Storybook Love. This is Volume 3. Fables The March of the Wooden Soldiers.
Yes, girl.
4. Fables The Mean
Yes.
This is Volume 5, and they're all by Bill Willingham. The Wicked
Yes.
and Divine Volume 1, The False Act. The Wicked and the Divine Volume 2, Fandemonium, and this is by Gillen.
Oh my gosh.
Morning Glories Volume 1.
I still have all these series, y'all.
Esma and
I still need to finish all of them.
Sex Criminals Volume 1.
Love Sex Criminals.
Sex Criminals Volume 2, Two Worlds, One Cop, and this is by Matt Fraction and Chip Zdarsky. Lock and Key Volume 1.
Yes.
Lovecraft. Lock and Key Volume
Oh my gosh.
2. Head Games.
I don't remember
have
reading
read
all this
Lock and
stuff.
Key Volume 3. I just borrowed it from the library, so I don't have a physical copy, but I'll insert a picture here.
So clearly this was before I could do picture in picture because I didn't have the editing software. So this is what I had to do. Your girl was balling on a budget. Oh my goodness gracious, I definitely was balling on a budget.
And Lock and Key Volume 4, Keys to the Kingdom, and these are all by Joe Hill. Chew Volume 1, Taster's
this
Choice.
makes my heart so happy,
Volume
y'all.
2, International Flavor. Chew Volume 3, Just Desserts. And I had also read Chew Volume 4, but I do not have a copy of it with me, so I will insert a picture right here.
Oh.
And those are all by John Layman and Rob Guillory. Saga Volume 1,
Reading Saga before it was fucking cool to read Saga. This is giving me so much joy. I'll have thoughts. I have so many thoughts about this.
Volume 2, Saga Volume 3, Saga Volume 4, and Saga Volume 5, all by Brian K. Vaughan and Fiona. Alex and Ada Volume 1.
I love Alex and Ada.
Alex and Ada Volume 2, and Alex and Ada Volume 3.
Oh, I read the whole series that year.
And Sarah Vaughan. Now, there are some other books that I did not have copies of or listened to on audiobook or I read on my Kindle, so I'm just going to go ahead and read those off. From my Kindle, I read Heart of 10, which is by Daniel Page.
Oh.
To Nowhere by C.E. Wilson.
That was an indie author that had contacted me.
Nailed by Lucia Jordan.
I hated that book.
Dark Confessions of an Extraordinary Ordinary Woman by Jen Sidey.
I like that one. That was another indie.
From the library, I borrowed More Happy Than Not by Adam Silvera.
My first Adam Silvera. That was Adam Silvera's first book.
I also borrowed Fables, the deluxe edition, book number 1, and that's by Bill Willingham. On audiobook,
horrible editing.
I read listened to Trial by Fire by Josephine Angelini.
I don't remember anything about that book, y'all.
13 Reasons Why by Jay Asher.
Oh gosh, another one of those where it's like, author, if we know now what we knew then, or if we knew then what we know now. Wow, this is wild.
And I Am the Messenger by Marcus Zuzak.
Wow.
I also read Zodiac Star Force issues number 2 and 3. I just don't have them on me. And I also read the BFG, which is The Big Friendly Giant by Roald Dahl.
And I just had this discussion.
One of my coworkers' daughters, because she is getting to the age now where she loves to read, so I thought I would give it to her so I don't have a physical copy. Alright guys, you have actually just seen and heard every book that I read this year. I am in the middle of reading other stuff at the moment, but it'll be on my Goodreads. I'll link my Goodreads below for you guys to see, but that is pretty much everything. So I hope you enjoyed this video.
Wow.
If you like it, make sure you give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more content from me, make sure you click the subscribe button and tell me what you read this year. What were some of your favorite books? Write them in the comment box below. And as always, I hope you guys have a wonderful evening, and I'll be back with another video soon.
Oh, you know what? That was a lot of fun. I never go back and watch my content, so like genuine reactions there. Oh my goodness gracious, I've changed so much since then. Clearly my tastes are not that different. That makes me feel so good. I feel so validated because I feel like I've always been a comic girly, and like that makes me feel so great. But like I said, it's interesting going back and watching this content and seeing what I was reading and then knowing what's happened since 2015. I mean, that was 8 years ago. And so to know that that was 8 years ago, was 8 years ago, and none of this stuff was a thought then. It's so fascinating how time changes everything. I'm not even the same person that I was then. I was young and single and it was just a different point in my life, and now I feel like I'm older, I'm a parent now, and so much has changed. My reading has changed, not drastically, but I think that my exploration of reading has changed. But I feel like I've always been kind of a consumer of anything that I can get my hands on like that. But seeing how much comics and graphic novels I read that year, like, y'all just don't get it. Like that right there was like pure validation for me that that's where my heart is. My heart is there. It's definitely there. But anyway, if y'all would like to see more of me reacting to my older content, like, I would love doing this. Like, I would love to go back and just react to some of my older content, because I have content dating back to 2014. So, it's almost 10 years ago. And it's just, this is interesting. This is so interesting. But if y'all would like to see more of this, let me know in the comment box below. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more content from me, click the subscribe button, hit the bell for notifications. Looking for ways to support the channel, all the links are down in the description box below. And if you're looking to follow me on social media, all those links will be down in the description box below as well. I've gotten a lot better with that closing than I have been in the past, but I've had 8 years to work on it, so there's that. Alright, y'all, I'll be back with another video soon.